Spoiler alert! This video contains spoilers. If you are a person who minds spoilers, we suggest you read the book first, unless you don't mind spoilers.
Hey, welcome back to Gifted Diamond Creations, or welcome if you've just joined for the first time. My name is Indiphile and this is my YouTube channel. If you have just bumped into this, video and you really like, African literature, you really like African authors, or you like, literature as a whole, you like reading, and you might be interested in getting to know more about African literature and African authors, then this is the channel for you. So please hit that subscription button and subscribe. Share this channel with people that you know also like the same thing and would be happy to be part of our little family. And also hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a video and you're always, clued up onto what videos we have on here, and so that you don't get left behind. We go on the same rhythm and on the same pace. Okay, today I'm really excited because I am reviewing, if you were watching Coconut last week, which I do recommend you actually go do if you haven't, then you'll remember that we did say that I am going to start reviewing books that I've read already. So we won't be doing that book recommendation and then we meet after a while on that book and I have that book review, and then in the comment, you're allowed to share also your bits about what you learned during this time that we've been reading together about the book. So now I'm just reviewing books that I've read until the end of this year, and then we'll resume next year with the normal, order of the day. Or rather, actually, I think what would help is if you go onto the Coconut video, have a nice explanation there of how we will be carrying on our book reviews from here onwards. So without any further ado, the book review that we're going to be doing today is for this little baby here. And this beautiful, cute book. It's What's Your Move by Nicolette Mashile. So she is a social entrepreneur. She is a financial, I think she's still financial fitness bunny. I just don't think she calls herself that anymore, because we know her as Nicolette Mashile and we know that she's about finances, and she does more than just that now. So I don't think she really goes by the fitness bunny anymore, but she was someone who we knew as the fitness bunny for quite a while during that time. So this book was published in 2020, right? First published in 2020. And that's during the time when she was doing a lot of, financial literacy content on social media, be it YouTube, be it Facebook, be it Instagram. She was really active there. I'm not sure if she was on TikTok. I wasn't on TikTok during that time, so I'm not quite sure, but I think she was also on TikTok. So if you are to go to the back of this book, this is how it reads. In What's Your Move, Nicolette Mashile, founder of Fitness Bunnies and a champion of personal finance education across the African continent, shares stories from her own life and journey with money in order to redefine personal finance management. What's Your Move is a challenge to you to make a move that will be financially rewarding. A promise to yourself that you are more than capable of managing your money. Okay? And that enough for me at the time, and even now, was enough, because it speaks of anything that has to do with self-development, doing better, and doing things that I do better, and learning how to do things better. I'm all for that. And definitely reflection and self-introspection. That's really, there's no other way that we can learn than if we do that, right? So I'm all for books that do that. I think by now you have picked that up. So I'm somebody that judges a book by its cover, literally. It's worked for me for a while, and it even is better that the cover matches really what's inside. So you're blown away by the cover. The cover doesn't contradict what's inside. So I enjoyed that you picked this up, and automatically, you know, there's something about money. There's a lady here, so it must be something about, you know, her being able to manage her own money. This lady could be me being able to manage my own money. This lady could be Nicolette, her being able to manage her money, you know, well, her finances well. So I like that it's very colorful. You know, you see here that she's wearing this colorful dress. It's pretty. She has a beverage, you know, she has her heels on. She has a duke or a hat that's very African-y print. It's giving Isindebele print. She's sitting on something, and she's sitting on top of a hill, or what could be, you know, the globe. It could be Earth. And we have some things that she's sitting on top of, okay? Sitting on top of her business, standing on business, we would say right now. And we have okay here, we have asset, we have invest, we have goal, we have debt, we have liabilities, this and we have black tax. So those are the things she's sitting on. I was like, please, I want to be a girlie that's sitting on top of things as well. So wouldn't be standing on things now, it would be sitting on things, because I'm relaxed about it and I am okay. So yeah, so I picked up the book and I read and I was impressed. So I'm just gonna go through the themes in this book, right? But before I go through the themes, I want to say who this book is for. So this book is for anyone who wants to work on their finances better, anyone who wants to find out more about Nicolette's financial journey, because we do know that she's had some fairly good financial success with the stories that she's told us. And obviously, if you've read the book with that as well, if you've heard her prior to this, share in depth of some of her financial success from her videos as well. So I just wanted to know more of that and her journey. And I am one person who believes that we can learn more from other people and their stories, their journeys, their mistakes, than if we were to go have our own journey and make those mistakes for ourselves. It helps us avoid, you know, things that are avoidable. So that's what interested me in this book. And if you're someone like that too, this is definitely the book for you. Yeah, so what else did I want to say about this book before I go into the themes? There's something else I wanted to say. Okay, now I forgot. But anyways, so in this book, there's some various themes that she goes through. I'm going to mention them here. And then oh yes, now I remember what I was going to say. I'm going to mention the themes, and then I'm going to mention some of the other stuff in this book. And then I'm going to mention where I bought it. And then in the description box, you can find where you can purchase it now. So I bought it in 2020, right? During lockdown stage. I'm not sure if was it heavy lockdown. It could not have been, but it was during lockdown time. So either beginning of the year or that year before lockdown, actually, or during lockdown. You know that aunt with really good stories? She has a story for everything. You know, she has these really funny stories. She's been to many places, experienced quite a lot, and there's always just lessons in those funny stories in there somewhere chucked in that you can learn, right? And she narrates so well that you wanted to keep going. So whenever she's done with the story, you want to know more. So you have follow-up questions and stuff, not because she didn't explain it properly, but just because you like how she speaks and you want her to keep speaking. So for me, Nicolette, in her narration in this book and in her writing, I literally felt like I was late at night, and with this aunt, this Magazi, this Rahari, this Tani, or this older sister of mine, and we are just chatting up a storm all night till early morning, and we don't even realize that it's 6 o'clock now. We only recognize because the light outside, okay, coming from the window, and also the birds chirping, that, oh my goodness, we've been talking for this long, right? But there's so much wisdom and so much knowledge that's been shared during that time. So that's just how I felt here. Or that uncle, you know. Need not be an aunt, it could be an uncle. So this is the type of storytelling that you can get from her. Enjoy when it feels like it's conversational. You don't want to put it down because you want to get to know more, and that's the type of, I guess, as a thing that they aspire to as authors. I want to apologize right now for the background noise. If it does come out, I'm not sure if it's gonna come out in the video, but if it does come out, these walls are not soundproof at all, and it's after work and I'm not the only person here, so yeah, I do apologize, and I hope hoping to get a mic soon, and to also get a ring light so that my phone, the angle is not this horrible, because I need to apologize also. I totally forgot to do it in the beginning of this video for not posting on Wednesday, because this video was set to come out yesterday, which was Wednesday, but I shot it and the angle was horrible. Like, it wasn't just that one where I had the white t-shirt and I was just cut here. It was just bad. I was not impressed. The quality of the video in terms of how I reviewed the book and everything was spot on, but the angle, of the camera, the quality was also good, but the angle of the camera was just off. And I think because I don't have a ring light, it's the nicest that I guess makes my camera quality a bit better because of the lighting. The best bet now is to turn my camera and have the back facing me, so it's hard to really see what I look like. I'll only see when I'm done with the video, unless I do some testers. But you can do a tester, but maybe say I slouch or I do something funny. Slouching because I'm a sloucher, but also because the phone's a bit low. It could kind of then now influence how my face shows on the video as I speak. So I'm trying my level best to stay in this one same position, and I'll try that as well for the next video that you're going to have, which is going to come out on Sunday, right? Okay, so let's move on to these themes. So the first theme is personal finance management, personal financial management, and she does a lot of stories from herself when it comes to that and those lessons, and the importance of that. So she digs deep into that. My key takeaway from that is tied into a lot of, I guess, realizing that a whole lot of our personal finance has a lot to do with our upbringing and our fears, which then affects our spending habits and ultimately the health then of our finances, right? And the management, therefore, or lack of good management of our finances is affected by that external factors in our lives. So in our trying to get that together, it's important also to look at our personal financial management holistically, taking those elements and breaking them down and looking at them individually, and then looking at personal financial management as a whole. So that's what I took out of that. The second theme is about the importance of saving, right? The importance of saving. And I got this as I read this, and I was applying it to the current situation that we found ourselves in. It's good to have money for those rainy days, because you never know when those rainy days are gonna come. And should they come, you never know how long those rainy days are gonna last for. So you wanna prepare as early as possible for them, so that when they come, even if your emergency savings is charged before those rainy seasons end, at least you are better off than someone who didn't save at all. So that is something that I really took to heart, and I'm definitely took home with me and will continue to take home with me. It's just the importance of saving. And investment, the importance of investment. And saving and investing, we like to think is just mainly for people who are rich and who have money. It's for all of us, because at the end of the day, we all stand a chance to benefit from it. So we can't say it's just for the elite or just for the well-off. It's for all of us, even more so the person who's not rich, because they needed more, they definitely need it more. And the person who's rich, you might be rich and not even feel that you're rich because you haven't planned for your money properly, right? And then investing, it got me thinking about a whole lot of ways that one can invest. You can invest in property, in shares, in assets. You can open an investment account. You can even invest in your own business, but that's I guess a whole conversation on its own, which will definitely go in depth in looking at the importance of separating and disciplining yourself so that you separate your personal asset, your personal finances and your business finances, and then handling that well. But that's also, an investment that's great. And then debt, paying off your debt is really important for your credit score. And just as a good look, man, I really don't think it's good for someone to you are known as that person who, when you're being called by a private number or a number that you don't know, you don't want to pick up your phone because you're worried you don't know which creditor this is that wants their money from you, because you have made it a norm to not pay people. And I don't understand that thing of not paying people. It's one thing to not have money to pay your creditors, but it's another thing when you do have the money but you just don't want to pay your creditors because you find other things more important, especially splurging or spending on things that are not needs, that are luxuries, when you could just pay off your creditors and get it over and done with. Yes, it might hurt to sacrifice in that moment, but just get it over and done with. And then the benefits of that long term, when you're a person that does pay off your debt regularly and healthily, is way better than the stress that you keep putting yourself in, that now you can't be answering your phones and you get mad at people that answer your phone when it's been ringing for a while and you're not answering it, and that person thinks that they're helping you because you can't hear your phone or anything. And when you're just running away from people, it's not cool. Even if it's a business or a personal person, if a person has borrowed you money and they know that you're gonna pay them back, that's why they're borrowing with you. Where do you think they're gonna get that money when you don't pay them back, when it's with you? Some things we do, honestly, are just very selfish, and it's habits that we must really just get rid of as soon as possible to help us, moving forward, handle our finances a bit better and be better people, have a good credit score. That is so beneficial when you have to do other things like buy property or whatnot, get a loan from a bank for property or whatnot. It's so beneficial and so helpful. Even maybe get a loan for those rainy days. It helps to have a healthy credit score. And there's some even industries such as working at a bank, etc., that look at stuff like that to see, are you a person that has a healthy credit score? And I know there are other now professions that are also looking at wanting to hire people that have healthy credit scores, because that speaks to a level of trust. You can be trusted with your own with other people's finances because you can handle your finances better. And a quote that she mentions there in terms of debt, she says that the greatest investment that you can make is paying off your debt. And I think that she is definitely correct, because the long-term benefits that are to be reaped are amazing. They are like investing. What investments do, they give you long-term rewards, and so does paying off your debt, and paying off your debt timelessly. Another thing is tracking your money, right? The importance of knowing where your money comes from, where is it going, and how much money do you have at the end of the month. Do you not have money at the end of the month? What could be taking away more of your money? And then how better can you could you ensure that you adjust those spending habits to ensure that you're okay? It reminded me of something that my mom always told me, is whenever you're making a transaction, just reference it well so that you know where your money is going and how. So that at the end of the month, or whenever you review your bank statement, you know, okay, no, this month, this took a lot of my money. No. These are adjustments I can make the following month so as to have a healthier closing balance at the end of the month, because that is important. And not having an overdraft on your bank account is so important. There are banks that will legit close you down if you have an overdraft for a long time. So don't be that person who's now hopping from bank to bank because you're that person who can't keep your bank account on a healthy balance. Don't be that person, right? Yeah, we are close. The last one is financial freedom and empowerment. So to me, these go hand in hand, simply because when I look at financial freedom, it has a lot to do with empowerment. Empowerment in the sense that for a huge number of us who come from previously disadvantaged homes, where we have these responsibilities that you might have to take care of your family still. Your siblings depend on you for education. You need to build your family home from scratch, even some, or fix it up if it's already been built, or extend, or etc., or whatever. So there were those responsibilities that come with us when we get a job and we're able to make our own money when we're older, right? So then now it also then highlights the importance of, as a parent, ensuring that you work towards ensuring that when your children finish school, they finish university, they land a job, let them not have those responsibilities as you did. So whatever you are struggling with right now, the importance of ensuring that your children don't have to struggle with that, so that you are empowered. There are things that we can control, and there are things that we can't control, obviously, but in as much as we can control those aspects and those factors, let us do so for healthier finances for those who are coming after us, and that financial freedom. Also, it's so important it's so important to be at a stage, especially as a young woman. It's so empowering to have your own money and make your own money, and not just have your own money and make your own money, but knowing how to handle your own money. It's really important. It's really important, and it's empowering, because now it takes away from even being controlled by someone who is giving you money, being controlled by someone who has that financial hold over you, because they are financing either you, your lifestyle, or financing your education, because they tend to think that, and most of the time they do have more of a say in terms of how you live your life, the decisions you make, the choices you make in terms of academics, in terms of rather courses and careers, and the choices in terms of how you ought to live your life. And when you essentially are the one who decides what I eat, how much I eat, where I eat from, where you grocery, are you paying for your own rent, etc., etc., it's easier for you to make those decisions out of a place of empowerment and not have anyone else tell you otherwise, because you have that financial freedom and you are empowered like that to be able to make your own decisions. And that limits a lot of abuse and a lot of ill treatment. So yeah, those are the themes. So now going to the myths that she debunks, there's one myth that I'd like to share, right? There's a lot she speaks about, but the one that she believes so strongly in is that this whole living below your means things is a sham, especially saying that you need to, for example, maybe she uses this as an example, maybe bake your own bread instead of buying store-bought bread all the time. And she believes that no, if you were to break down those costs, right, you'd find that the ingredients, the time, the energy, it takes to make that bread will really equate, if not be more than the amount that you'd spend when it comes to actually buying store-bought bread. And I want to pose this question to you. What do you think? Do you think that she's telling the truth? I don't think so. I don't think so. But to be honest, I haven't really looked at those costs. But I do think it could still be a lot cheaper to make your own bread. But I want to hear in the comment section what you guys think about that. But yeah, that is the end of this book review. I just want to share quickly. So I bought this book in 2020. I bought it at Skype. It's a bookstore. And I just can't remember the price. But in the description box, I will share where you can buy the book, and the different prices that are available for the book. So that you can purchase your own. Yeah. And decide what's your move as well. Because I've decided mine. Have you decided yours? Yeah. So have you read the book? What did you like about the book? What did you take out about the book? And would you recommend this book to anyone? And if you haven't, would this be a book that you would enjoy? Let us know in the comment section. But that's it for this episode. That's it for me, from me and this book review. Yeah, you'll see me on the next one, which is this coming Sunday. We have our next episode this coming Sunday. And then between Friday and Saturday, we will reveal the time you can expect that post and what book that upload and what book we are going to review. So that is going to be in the form of a post we'll make here on YouTube and on our various social media platforms. But until then, right, until you see me again, love God, love each other, I love you, and you'll see me rather on the next one. Bye-bye.